Cheers, Simon. Thanks for everything. Good luck, everybody, tonight.
What's up, guys? Hobo88 here, and we have got OSR V8 Supercars at one of my favourite tracks. This is Sebring, rough, bumpy track. Starting from second place, Jake Burton rudely knocked me off pole right at the end of qualifying. I hope he watches this back and hears me say that. We've got 30 laps. It's going to be tough. It'll be fun, but we've got a good car. Wish me luck.
Green flag. Left side. Still there. Clear. Left side. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Not a great start.
Couple of guys, really. One either side.
Left side. Still there. You're clear.
Such an average start. I had it all sort of dialed in the warm-up and qualifying.
Sorry to whoever that was. That was their fault.
Pressure, dude.
A lot of mistakes here at the start. Cold tyres, obviously, make life difficult. I was pretty confident that I'd be alright with that.
I've got a spot here, Matt.
We've got something like 59 cars in this one split tonight, so it's going to be chaos. There'll be lots of traffic. Mix it up with a bit later on. I just need to settle into a groove. I know I've got a really fast car here.
2 minutes 11.498.
You're flashing a little bit there, Jake.
On your left. Hey man,
That
leader
was
in front of
terrifying.
you. Still there. Clear.
Not sure whether or not Jace was
Thanks,
going to
Rob.
go there. Might have been, I think. But I had a huge loose moment.
No problem.
Right at the time that he... I should have been going to the right, I was going left. Got away with it. Alright, eyes forward. See if we can keep up with Jake. I think we can, but he's fast. I think we've got the speed to keep up.
Minute 2.947. Baby, now get that rhythm. Let's go get that other one.
completely missed the apex at that turn. Ahead up there, Todd Parks, 040. He's having yet another bad race. He might be the unluckiest guy. Need to dial in that last corner. We're giving up a heap of time down there. Just not really in the groove.
2 minutes 2.471.
Slow to get the power down there. We're going to melt the rear tyres off this thing pretty quickly. It's going to be hard to get out of that corner.
Go through, Damien.
Not being consistent or smooth enough here at the minute.
You're not going to raise this, eh, Jordan?
Making lots of little mistakes, little corrections, overcorrections.
Cheers for the win then, Mahal.
minutes 2.393.
Best run through that first sector as well, which is where I'm probably the strongest. And this reminds me a lot of Montreal at the minute. Oh no, I'm quick and I've got a good car. I'm just watching Jake Burton drive off in the distance slowly but surely. It's kind of been the story of this season, to be honest.
I didn't see what you had to readdress for. The replay is like missing a bit.
That last corner, that's probably where I'm my worst at the minute. Giving up a lot of time there.
2 minutes 2.431.
Maybe you're breaking a hell of that one.
Terrible run through there. It's kind of like at the minute if I could do my perfect lap every lap I'd be able to keep up, but it's the little mistakes. Which I'd argue is probably where my driving has improved the most the last couple of seasons. It's just been inconsistency, not making big errors, things like that, but Jake has just been a little bit better.
Thanks, Ted.
Minute 2.435.
Screen went blank for about 4 seconds then.
What lap you on, Jack?
2 minute 2.294.
Just started lap 8, mate.
Ah.
He's officially gone 4.5 seconds. Lap times are good, below 2 minute 2s. Pace is a little bit quicker than I thought it probably would be actually. to do something about that last corner though. We're giving up way too much time down there.
Minute 2.338.
Hopefully Richard lets me go up here at some point. Although he's not really directly in the way, he's kind of holding me up a little bit. Tell you what, this car's just junk down there at the last corner though. Just giving up so much time there.
2 minute 2.823.
Tyres are just starting to get a bit sad now. Random burst of wheel spin.
Oh. Good luck in that. Yeah, he held it, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Gonna have to brake a bit earlier down here. It's better.
Inside of this one,
Is
mate.
not a spot. Is not a spot. 2 minute 2.326. Right side. 20 laps to go. This time by. Clear, clear, clear.
Thanks, mate.
All good, mate.
One of my good friends over at ANZ Motorsports. Our Alliance team. We are technically teammates.
Thanks, buddy.
Of course, we are going to have to stop and take fuel at some point in this race. There is a chance for strategy to come into it a little bit. Have that awkward trade-off of cold tyres will be a slow out lap. Too deep under brakes. Tyre lock up. But did manage to get it stopped.
2 minutes 2.713.
The spoilers all bent up there, Scotty.
What's that, mate?
You got a bent spoiler.
Oh, they're pink. Why?
Yeah, on the rear. Rear spoiler, it's bent.
Oh, shit. Okay, cheers. Thanks.
No worries.
Being polite, telling him that his spoiler's bent, but in reality now he's thinking about it where he wasn't before, so distraction more than anything. But anyway.
I have two goes.
Way too deep.
Bad luck, mate.
Two minutes 2.526. Keep going.
Tucson.
Slide off the corner. Such a tough corner to get right with all the bumps.
Minutes .705.
Your rear end is missing, Jordan. Yeah, there's no aero difference anyway, doesn't matter.
As long as it stays all good.
What else, Kurt?
Almost got an off track out there.
Powerful. No worries, man. All good.
Head him through there, big girl. Roger.
Thank you.
2 minutes 2.823. Gonna be pinned in about
Cheers,
5.
Bella.
Right side. All clear, my man.
I remember I used to watch when I was starting in this sort of thing. I used to watch the fast guys at the front drive away, you know. And it sucked that I wasn't as quick, but you know, I knew I couldn't compete. I think that watching Jake drive away a couple of tenths a lap is even more frustrating. Tantalisingly close to his speed, but
Thanks, mate.
just not quite.
Didn't have to do that.
A few tenths
You're
a lap.
welcome. You're welcome.
Tyres are starting to feel pretty average now. We're halfway through, but hitting first is fraught with danger.
Cheers, mate.
I reckon Pence will come back into this as well, unless he's had a problem, but I think he just stopped early.
That wasn't my fault, was it, Simon?
Leader pit road.
No. All good.
Right, Jake's in. We'll go around again. Come in next time by.
2 minutes 3.104.
Down the inside of the next, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
No worries. All good.
inside of turn 1, David.
Oh, shortcut. Ah, that's so annoying.
Bombed it in there like a
Well, that-
moron.
Thanks, Dave.
That's the difference in the undercut on the pit stop. Anyway, we weren't going to get to him.
Sorry, Greg.
Thank you.
Take it. Okay, Ben.
Oh, slowed down way too much there.
Down the inside, Todd.
I've got my trusty iSpeed open. It's going to tell me when I've
New
got enough
leader.
fuel.
Cheers, mate.
Alright. All good.
Whoa, just about went too far. I don't even know how many laps are left.
Which is you think I'm going to have that lab, is it?
Good enough for 14 laps.
You're lucky.
Cheers, Nathan. Not real nice, Daryl, but anyway.
You're trying to race me on cold tyres, mate. What do you think's going to happen?
Every other race I give you room. You didn't give me any room.
I've been giving you room for 20 laps.
Left side. He is not a spot. He is not a spot. You're clear. Core clear.
Well, there won't be an undercut, which there's not really, because of the slowdown, but because the tyres feel
I'm going to
better
pitch,
straight off the
Chad.
bat, even when they're cold.
Thanks, Mr. Fall.
Not a problem, mate. Cheers, mate.
So now all I can do is hope for a problem for Jake. I don't want to win it that way anyway, but unless something happens to him, the race is all but done. We're racing for second, which also isn't really much for a race at the minute.
2 minute 41.555. Right side. You're clear.
So Bence did come back to us a bit, so did Luke. Still got a pretty good gap. I think we should have better tyres than Jason.
Cheers, Rolf.
No problem.
the goal of this race, the focus has now shifted. And it's gone from trying to catch and beat Jake to trying to run second with no incidents.
Left side. Clear.
Shocking through that corner. Assuming that he has an off track or something, which he might not, but assuming that he does, if I don't, then we will
2.782. Keep it up,
leave
my
this
man. You're holding
race
your own.
equal in points, just for this race.
Pitting in.
We really need some bad luck to happen with him. Like my disconnect a couple of weeks ago or something like that. To get us back in with a chance for the overall title. The other thing that I've got to try and race for here, it's not really so much Jake anymore. It's a second in the points. I'm currently not second in the points. Drop weeks and all that sort of stuff haven't taken effect yet. So if I get a good result, bonus points wherever I can get them.
Now let's shake it off, try to find our groove here. Doing a good job. Leader pit road.
Doesn't help, at least I wasn't off track, so it doesn't make any difference for that. But, slows us down, brings us back towards the guys behind.
Cheers, buddy.
2 minutes 4.
No worries, mate.
3, 2, 6. Good job, man. Keep working it.
Well, hell, soon.
Sweet, man. Pitting in.
Minute 2.384. Be smooth, my man. Be smooth. Nice and smooth now. Focus forward. 10 laps to go this time by.
So we're already down to 10 to go.
Cheers for making that easy, boys. Bit committed.
Left side. There, that's a good job.
Yes, sir.
Minute 2.277.
Whoa! That was close. A spin, roll over. It was scary.
Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, he really gave us room, didn't he? Great bloke.
So I'm going to have to keep an eye on Luke Harvey behind me. He has been pretty
That was
quick.
a silly mistake. Yeah, unlucky.
Minute 3.129.
So just keep rolling through the turns at this point. How many laps have we got to go?
Around the right if you want it later.
7 when we get to the line, I think.
Yes. Cheers, mate.
Yes, it will be 7 laps to go. So we've got just enough fuel.
2:02.538.
That's a bit disappointing that I'm not quick enough to run with
All good, guys.
Jake at the front
Thanks,
this
Paul.
race.
Jeez, enough, yes. Hope having fun.
This is certainly a track that I like.
Yeah, right.
Here.
All good.
Scored my first ever top 5 in this series at this track. Also scored my first ever proper top 10 V8 Scops at this track. And got my first ever SDRT endurance win at this track. It's one of those places where I've usually set PBs, and I believe that last time I raced here in this series with my first top 5, I might have finished second in that race as well, so no improvement today, but still good. I do like this track. Which is why when we came here I thought to myself this is a good chance to get a W, and I thought we'd probably be able to do it. The car just probably hasn't really been quite quick enough, and neither is the driver.
Cheers, Todd.
2:02.675.
Oh shit, sorry Simon. That sucks. Scott, no man.
That's right.
Pull the wind cup on ya.
Yeah, taking that inside slowed me down.
Pretty dodgy lap this one so far.
Alright, back on.
Synchronised spinouts.
Totally followed him off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's just call it a redress.
Jake's still just pulling away a
Okay.
little bit.
I didn't take you
Main
out.
concern now,
I didn't take you out then.
car number 5. He's looming
Great
back
work,
there.
Matt.
Keep digging, bud. We're going to be pitting at 3. We're plenty good on fuel.
Like usual.
The way.
That's all.
Sweet mate.
2
No.
minute 3.26. 5 more laps, man. 5 more times. Watch the car. See it in front of you. It's coming backwards. Stay on your toes.
Wow. I I so desperately didn't want to go to the grass. Almost hit him. Luckily for me, it also held up Luke. So status quo on that regard.
You get damage out of that? I cleaned the bloke up. It was just stopped in the middle of the track in turn 2.
Ah, that sucks.
Bugger. So yours, Brenton.
Thanks, buddy.
On your right. You're clear.
Cheers, bud.
Minute 4.904. Slow on the right. Get him out of the way, Earl. 10-4. I'm on it. One on the right side. Clear.
Certainly just buttoned off a little bit here towards the end. Got a pretty safe gap now back to third place.
Thanks, Darren.
They know you're coming. 2 minute 3.019.
Oh, I saw the smoke.
Thanks,
Let's
Paul.
around.
Thanks, Darren. Bye.
These two guys are racing each other.
Left side. On your clear. Clear. Left side. Still there. He is not a spot. He is not a spot. Clear.
It's a bit scary.
Thanks, Rob. Okay.
Let's turned out to be a pretty boring race.
All yours, Jake.
I was really hoping that it might be a good one.
Cheers, mate.
Two more, let's go.
Cheers,
Come
Kurt.
on, bring it in here. Hit this time. Wave them off. 2 minutes 3.473.
Yellow flag again. What's it for this time?
Front of you, keep your eye open.
Car off to the side of the track. The next car on the track in front of us is the leader. Sounds good, except that he's 25 seconds away. But at least now we shouldn't have any lap traffic to the end. Someone pops out of the pits or something.
One
We'll
more.
come around for the white flag.
Cheers, Luke.
3.0.
Hate to do that to you, though.
Cheers, mate.
So one more lap, no incidents hopefully. There is actually an off track on that little curb on the right hand side there that I run over. Just got to hit it just right. For whatever reason, seems to be in a good spot for me and I just sort of run over it nicely. So all we can do at this point is hope that Jake's gotten at least one incident during the race, so we can get the bonus points to level us up for this round on points. I'll get 10 points less for coming second, but I'll get 10 points more for not getting any incidents. And we'll move on to next week, which I've got no idea where that is, and see how we go, and hopefully go one step better the next race and for the rest of them throughout the season. But we'll take a second place, happy with that. Disappointed that we couldn't race for the win, but a big congratulations I guess to Jake Burton, because he trounced me in that one, made it look easy in the end.
Checker flag. Good job, fellas.
There he is, doing a burnout. Alright, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.